Hey, good morning, everybody. Rory Powers, Right Line Trading. This broadcast is for demonstration educational purposes only. It's important to know that I'm not providing any type of trading advice. This is purely for educational and demonstration purposes only. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, which there is a significant amount of risk, please consult with the licensed financial advisor because I am not one of them. All right, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. It's Friday. Let's take a look at our Forex Factory. What we're looking at here is a micro gold in this short position, trading 4 micros. Um, let's see what kind of news reports we have today. Okay, today is Friday, July 25th. If you're joining us today, that's the good news. Hallelujah. Praise God. Any day above ground, you started it off on the right note. A good start to the day. Uh, let's win it. So today, the news report's coming out. 8:30, we had durable goods month over month. We could see what that report was, but that looks like that's all there is, and there won't be any other news reports during this live stream. So let's see what the durable goods reports were. They're saying Trump has a 50-50 chance of making a deal with the European Union. Hulk Hogan's death. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. Sorry to hear he passed. U.S. durable goods declined 9.3% in June. Okay, there it is. U.S. durable goods orders declined 9% in June after a 16.5% increase in May. Okay, if today's your first day joining us, let me see what this is. If today's your first day joining us, we're going to be showcasing the automated trading bots. And these are bots that are fully automated. Once they're enabled, they're going to execute and manage the trades for you. We have a really nice diversification of not only instruments that we trade, which are all of the index equities with exception to the Russell, crude oil and gold we've put into the mix. And we trade those on a number of different data series or bar types, time frames, anywhere from 150 range to a 5 minute to a 15 range, 30 range, Unorenko bar. We're looking for a bot that finds the ebb and flow of the market in this ever-changing trading environment, one that will give us an edge. One way we do that is we allow the bots to run through the entire trading session. What I mean by that is there's a session break in the futures between 5 and 6 every day. So after 6 o'clock, when the session begins, that's usually right around the Asian Opens getting ready to start. We let the bots, the drone in particular, trade 23 hours a day. Each one of our bots runs in tandem with what we call a drone. A drone is just what it sounds like. It's something that's kind of looking at an overall picture, a bird's eye view of the market environment. And it's a bot with very ambitious profit targets, a very liberal stop, and it shares a database with the bot, and it tells the bot the best inputs to use regarding the position of the stop and targets, the trading hours, and which trigger to execute. So the bot is constantly optimizing its inputs where the drone has static inputs. We're going to do a weekly review of this week's top bots, and we'll take a look and compare the bots to the drones and see how they did. The bots that are on my leaderboard this week are the 150 range RJ, the 20 Unorenco Mack truck, the 30 range Haymaker. Just wanted to see, yes, this Haymaker is one to keep an eye on. If we look at our analysis, we see it's really performing well in our power play window, 9:30 to 10:30. That's that signal A. Signal A trigger is the only one the power play takes. But we're going to go do a complete review of just this week's results. This afternoon we have a live presentation with Lee Goldstein, and we'll do a more in-depth look back a little further. Good morning, Rao. Good morning, Duke, Renee, Edward, Rion. Judy, good morning, good morning. This is the rubber match. We're right about break even. It hurts me to say I'm break even for the week on those PA accounts because Monday and Tuesday we had some really beautiful trades. We will come back to gold. This is my micro Bitcoin. Went to sleep on me. Let's take a look at the overall trading environment. On the NASDAQ, this was midnight. So the Asian Open, we had a leg up. Overnight session took a retracement right back down. Through the London Open, a big move down. And right about that news report, it took a leg down as well. So overall, we're in a bearish trend. On our 30 range, we would only be looking for short entries. Short entries. Good morning, Ray Ray. Ray Ray's in the house. Happy Friday. And what I've done is, if you're wondering about the workspace here, we look at the NASDAQ on two different time frames. We're looking for a multi-time frame alignment of trend, specifically market structure. We want, on short trades, we want both charts to be below the 50. The 20U is our higher time frame. Gives us the overall trend that we're looking for on our 30 range. And we're going to trade what we call our power play trade. The trades are executed on the NASDAQ 30 range. We use a trade copier since we're trading prop accounts, multiple prop accounts. We use a trade copier. And we make our leader account that power play drone account, which is a SIM account. That's our leader account. And I have my followers, all of these Apex accounts. We got some evals, PA accounts. As many as we could pile on there. And we look to take an entry between 9:32 and 10:30. Something to be aware of that I'm looking at is my leaderboard is non-existent. My power play is up a couple $100, and that's the only one on the board. We got 3 minutes. 3 minutes till the market opens. Let's take a quick look at the E-mini. That's not the E-mini. This is the E-mini. Wow. The S&P 500, you can see, is really bullish. Price is right about at the VWAP. Since midnight, it's had a retracement back to the 50, but it's very bullish. Very bullish, the S&P 500. On a big, beautiful uptrend. Good morning, Renee. Thank you for joining us today. If all the bots are enabled, how do you pick one to run? I normally pick the power play, but how we normally pick which ones to run is we look at our leaderboard and we look at the bots that are performing the best in this current trading environment. The leaderboard is dynamic. It can move very quickly. So we recommend leaving them all enabled. So your leaderboard is dynamic because, listen, there's no guarantee that if one's on the top of your leaderboard, that's where it'll stay. Okay, let's go back to our 20U. Markets just open. Good luck, everybody. Oh, this is very tempting. Very tempting. We tested that lower level of support. Let me answer your question in just a moment, Renee. What we do is we normally trade the power play. Our first trade of the day, I use my trade copier and I trade that one. I think I'm going to anticipate this short roll here. Right at 932. I got good volume and some good selling pressure. Okay, let's hold up. Let's hold up. We've got some running room if we break support. $9.31. I think I'm going to look for a break of support. Now, historically, it's important I think it's important to know that these summer months are the hardest months to trade. I've talked to some people on the phone, and they're like, man, I lost another eval account, or this is tough. But this is the hardest time of the year. Mukhtar, good morning. I think that would be a good practice, Renee. Sure. Let them watch and let them trade the first hour. Let the market find a direction, and then make an assessment of where your leaderboard is standing. I think that's makes sense. Gambit, good morning. All right, come on, let's get a nice retracement. Our 20U is way below the 50. Maybe it gave us the old head fake on that initial move down. We'll know shortly. It looks like very similar to yesterday so far. So far. We're going to take a look at our leaderboard on the Profit King Challenge. I got my fingers and toes crossed for Toby. You're man, Toby. You're right there, brother. Just stay right. Stay patient. Good morning, Tom. Let's see if we get this break to the upside. Maybe we get a break of resistance. The rubber hits the road when that 20U comes to that 50. Seeing what it does there is a real good indication of which way we're headed. Now Toby's at about $2,500 in profit. He needs 3,000, so he's just $500 away to qualify. Okay, here we go. We're coming back down to test support. Need a break here. Our 15 is above our 50. Let's see if we can get across. Here we go. I'm going to anticipate the break. Watch the signal B entry, short. Got a nice pullback. Let's go. Some fall through the downside here. Bam, we're in. Come on down. Come on down. That's it. Come on. Push down. Push down. Come on down. Come on down. Push down. Mm, wrong way. Push down. Push down. Ah. Okay, lost $100 on all the accounts. Just a ranging market. That signal A entry. I see why the haymaker's so doing the best. Whoa, that IBOT just jumped up. You could see my signal A entry here. When this RSI line breaks through the 80%, that's a signal A trigger. We just need a red 50. And it gets us in nice and tight. Oh, we're back in. Going to move my profit target right above support. Come on down. Push down. Come on. Hmm. Hmm. Come on down. Push down. My momentum is pinned to the top, which is not a good thing. I could be in some deep trouble on this. That's signal C short. Mm. Come on down. Push down. Very tempted to close it here. Push down. Come on down. Mm. Okay, hold on. We need to wait until this market's moving a little better. Mm. It's choppy, choppy, choppy. Come on, give us some good price action. No, I was in a short trade and my RSI line was pinned to the top. That's not a good place to be. The IBOT NQ20U is at the top of my leaderboard. And the retirement plan. Those are the only two in the green right now. That can all change very quickly. All right, our 20U is just reaching the 50. Just reaching the 50. Let's see if it can push up through this resistance. Good volume, 2,000 contracts a minute. 2,100. Getting some buying pressure now. Maybe it found its bottom. Come on, let's get a break through this upside resistance. 20U, it's got to break through all of this noise. Come on. Our Laguerre is locked. Locked long. The 20U has a lot of upside resistance still. Rao got the ODP on the NASDAQ. Nice. Today at 12:45, if you're new and you want to learn more about these automated bots, we're going to be doing a live presentation today, right around 1 o'clock Eastern. Lee Goldstein with 10-minute trades is going to go at 12, and I'm following him at about 1. And I'm going to put a link so you'll have the ability to join us today. Let's anticipate this break to the upside. Come on up. Looking for this area right in here. Got some good buying pressure. Let's see if we can break through resistance. It's going to go short again. Here we go. Come on. This price action, I tell you, it's really tough. Let's keep an eye on the volume. We need a nice big spike of volume. We're at about 300, 500. Come on, push through. 7. Okay, we're over 1,000. Let's see if we get this pop to the upside. Bam, we're in. Come on, let's get one. Let's get one. Come on, push up. Let's go. Come on. Come on up. Come on, push a little higher. Let's go. $1,500 contracts a minute. We got decent volume here. Go ahead, push it up. There you go. Come on up. Hmm. Ah, don't come back on us now. Come on. Get up there. Push a little higher. Come on. Come on. Get in my window. Come on. Push higher. A little higher. Get up there. Get up there. Get in my window. Get in my window. Come on. Come on up. Push up. Come on now. Uh, Duke, that's what the bot does. That's exactly what the bot does. just ran out of gas, you know. What can I say? Let's try again. Come on up. Yeah, I mean, because it'll change the profit window, Duke, because the profit target will be closer. Like if we look at the bot now on my strategies on the power play, it'll have a completely different profit target. Well, it's in this trade now. Let's let it play out, but I'll show you. Now momentum is pinned to the bottom now on this trade. On my 20U, it's pinned to the top. I need this momentum to come up out of that gear. Start headed up. There we go. That's a better direction. And do I take profits at 50 bucks? Let's let my profit window kick in, hopefully, and take all the risk off this trade. There we go. Break through. Break right through. Not going to do it. These things. Okay, my PA accounts, I'm down 60 bucks. I kind of fought back. So let's take a look. I think Duke brought up a really good point. Let's see if we can break through this area now. Come on, push up. Good pullback. Now pop up to the upside. Break this pivot. Our 20U looks good. It has running room. Didn't break it. But let's look at the bot real quick, Duke. I think you bring up a good point. So if I disable my bot and I open the settings, it'll show us, based on the range of the market, it's moved the profit target to 62 ticks, which means my profit window will kick in at 37 ticks, right? It would be 62 minus 25. So that's 37 ticks. So at 37 ticks, when my trade's up 160 bucks, the profit window is going to kick in on the bot. It hasn't moved the stop much. The stop on the drone is 60 ticks. It's only moved that 3 ticks. But on the profit target, it went from 100 ticks to 62 ticks, meaning my profit window kicks in at 30 plus 37. What a big difference, huh? Okay, Duke. 10:04, 10:04. We're still in the game. Somehow, some way, we're still in this. The later we get on a Friday, though, I don't know if it's going to get easier. Let me grab that link while we're waiting. We're only looking for a long here. Momentum's pinned. This would be the haymaker entry long, the signal A. The signal A, because my Laguerre, my RSI line is pinned to the bottom. If it breaks through that 20% line and my 50 is green, that's a signal A entry. That's the entry that the haymaker has been doing very well on this week. One of the conditions are it must be clear of these areas of support or resistance by at least 60 ticks. At least 60. Do I have 60 ticks of clearance here? I don't know. I don't know. It's very close. My 20U looks like it wants to push higher. It didn't have the clearance because that would have been a signal A entry right there. It's not going to trade it. We've recoded this so it never is going to trade into these areas of support or resistance. Sergio did a great job. Got it done. Boy, this is very choppy. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to disable this and I'm going to just wait. I'm going to be a little more patient to try to get into a trade right here in this narrow range is doesn't sound like a very good idea. But our volume is increasing. I see now we're up to 2,100 contracts a minute. That's a good indication that institutional money is lurking. You did, Gambit. That's true. That is true. We've got a couple of really big updates coming. That's one of them. The Chat GPT. Okay, I'm going to run to the restroom real quick. Before I go, though, I want to put the link in the room. Yeah, Renee, I think those institution guys, those hedge fund managers and the large institutional traders, I think they're out on the golf course today. We need a break of this upside resistance. Historically, the summer months are very difficult to trade, and we're looking at why. This is why. It's not just today and this year. It's historically it happens every summer. Okay, let's get this break. Maybe we take another leg up. Our 20U is clearly headed straight up. My momentum is pinned to the top of my Laguerre, my RSI line. Price is above the 50. My 15 has just crossed the 50 on my 20U. Let's anticipate the break. Come on now. It's, come on now. One big push up. Come on. Let's get us one good one. Retesting. Does it make a clean break? If it does, we're in. Keep going. Our 20U is clear. Here we go. We need a close to the upside. Come on, let's get a pop to the upside. They took a long weekend. They did. They're over at the golf course. I call it the ninth. They call it the 19th hole. You know, in the golf course, there's 18 holes. The 19th, that's where you're at the clubhouse having drinks. Okay, today at 12 noon, Lee Goldstein's at 12 noon. My presentation's at 12:45. Come join us. We've got a really exciting update coming. It's called the Leapfrog. This will be for the first update. It's called the Leapfrog. So when we do get into a market that's trending, it's so important to let our winners run. That's a big takeaway this week. You saw Monday and Tuesday how I closed out my PA accounts early and ran up the score on my evals. Getting those winners, those big winners, are so important to the trajectory of our equity curve. So what we've developed is something called the leapfrog. Once that profit window kicks in, it's going to pop your profit target and give it some extra room and let you lock in another leg of profits. Once you've already locked in, say 50 ticks, then your profit target's going to leapfrog. Obviously, in a market like today, it wouldn't be as effective. But on Monday and Tuesday, when there was some really good volatility, some really good price action, having that leapfrog would have made the difference between a so-so week and a great week, a break-even week and a big winning week. And then, just like Gambit said, we're going to be coming out with our ChatGPT integration. Come on, let's get this break. Gambit, I'm going to say with the ChatGPT within 30 days, about 30 days. We can't. It's almost impossible to set a specific date because it's still kind of fluid. These guys, Sergio in particular, and with development, you can never put an exact day or time. Renee, it's able to look at a tremendous amount of data. We're going to have connectors that are looking at market sentiment or looking at Forex Factory's news calendar. Um, a lot of outside sources that it's going to be pulling data in from. Let me see if I can find my list. Here's a couple of ways that we're integrating ChatGPT agent. This is a new component of ChatGPT. It's a ChatGPT agent. Real-time trade advisor uses sentiment and trade data to decide when to skip or scale a trade. That's why we're getting ready with that leapfrog. It's going to give us the ability to instantly scale a trade. Morning news scanner, pre-market summaries, a bias of which way we anticipate the market. It anticipates the market to move. Risk manager, it stops trading if sentiment is highly volatile. That's or events deviate from the expected. It's going to automatically stop during those high impact news reports, or if there's something that maybe a geopolitical event that comes out, or a negative earnings report on Nvidia, or who knows what. It's going to be able to pick up all those things and take action to help us monetize it. Strategy modifier dynamically adjusts the trailing stop or entry logic based on the macro outlook. So that's kind of what we're getting with these connectors, is a macro outlook. Okay, let me run to the restroom. I'm going to turn my thing off. I'm going to turn my, not my thing, my copier. And excuse me for just a quick second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I was thinking, also, we're making this a lot more user friendly. One of our most common questions is always like Renee asked this morning, which one are we supposed to trade? Which one should I trade? Well, we're working on programming the logic where it selects um, the best bot to trade. And it's all data driven. Each time of the day, which one historically does the best. So while we're waiting for a setup, I'm going to very briefly start my weekly review. Let me put it in a place where I could still kind of see what's going on, because I haven't given up. Let's take a look. Let me move this over so I could see it a little bit better. Okay. All right, so what we're looking at here is from July 21st to July 25th. That's this week. This week. Let me click generate. And this is the first week that I'm running this RJ out of the box 150 range strategy on the NASDAQ. Now, obviously, a 150 range bar isn't going to get caught up in whipsaw. It's a big bar, but it did extremely well. The bot took 4 trades at won 3 of them for a 75% win rate. My average winning trade 600, my average losing trade 600, so about a 1-to-1 risk to reward. But a 75% win rate, we're gonna come out on top with that type of win rate. Compared to the drone, now remember the bot, and this AI model just started this week. Normally they take maybe a few weeks in order for them to start making the changes based on the data. But if we look at the drone in comparison, the drone was a break-even strategy. It took 6 trades with a 66% win rate. Big difference. Just filtering out that one loser. The bot was green, and the drone was break-even. Very fine line between a break-even week and a winning week. Very fine line. Let's go to the next one. The Mack Truck bot. Let's generate it. It looks like I pulled in a loser today. So this one just has its head above water at $200 in profits this week. That's one of our 20 Unorenco strategies. If we look at the drone in comparison, the drone is down $1,600. So the bot made some significant improvement to the drone, where it was up $200. Let's go look at the next one, the Haymaker. The Haymaker had a stellar on my computer, a stellar. That 10 to 10:30 window was really good, really juicy. Let's look at the summary. The summary on the drone, let's generate it. Let's keep everyone honest. The drone was up $2,500 for the week. Really nice win rate, 70%. That's taking a one entry, the signal A, with a couple of other conditions. Average winner, average loser, about the same, even though our risk to reward is probably a 3 or 4 to 1 in our favor. With the way that we manage the positions, we could still make a profit without getting the full excursion. Our largest winning trade was an $800 trade. So you see how important it is when the market is trending. If it gives you that big move, it really helps the trajectory of your equity curve to get the full excursion. I'm the biggest man. I can, my emotions get the best of me. You guys see it every day. I exit trades on those PA accounts. I'll say it like a chicken. This week, my God, my evals are probably up $1,000 or $2,000, and my PA accounts are probably about break even. So the Haymaker drone in this case is up 25.77. In comparison to my bot, which was more efficient, the drawdown was only 229, but it didn't make as much. It did filter out the losers. It did work as designed. But in this situation, we would have been better off trading the drone. The max drawdown was only 500, but it made 2,500, almost double. So the Haymaker, which has really been around for the longest, had a great week. Let's take a look at the 8 Unorenco Steven. The 8 Unorenco. The bot is up $800 on my computer, 850. The drone, the 8U drone, is down 1100. So again, the technology, the bot drone technology, is working because our output is that much more efficient on the bot. Lower drawdown, better win rate, profitable strategy, um, where the drone was negative 1100. So that's the 8 Unorenco Steven. Now let's take a quick look at the iBots. The best iBots on my computer. Let's get it to current. Okay, this iBot is running on a 20 range on the E-mini. This week it was up $1,678 on the drone. Compared to the bot was only up $329. So the ES trading the drone would have been more profitable. With these iBots, it's important to know that they're not trading 23 hours. Those bots are only trading during the stock exchange open from 9:30 to 4. Here we're getting a pop to the upside. Let's see if we can break through here. So the ES20 range up just under $1,700. The iBot NQ16U. Let's get it current. Had a stellar week. 85% win rate. Out of 20 trades, it won 17 of them for a profit of $3,151. That was the bot. Let's look at the drone. Wow. The drone was up 10 grand on the 16U. Incredible. The iBot on the 32nd, $851 in profits for the drone. Let's put it to the 25th, make sure we're current. Yes, $851 for the drone, and for the bot, $16. So the drone would have been better off here. So that's our weekly review. Let me show my P&L. On the PA accounts this week, well, historically, we're at 35,735. Let me see if I can get a value here. Yeah, it looks like it's about $35. I had $26.55 in profits and $26.90 in losses. So if we put this back to July 21st, this week, to the 25th, it's going to be break even. Down $200. And that's across three accounts. So $215 in the red this week on the PA accounts. And that is our weekly review. And we're going to draw 5 names today, 5 names for the $1 account. And next week, I'm going to add all the new people. I haven't done it in this week, and I need to do it. So if you just signed up and you weren't signed up in our Discord for Right Line Funding, Let's see how Toby's making out. Okay, if you, in case you didn't know, Right Line Trading does have a prop firm, our sister company. I see some action here. Let's see if we can get something. The volume just spiked. We're at 2,800 contracts a minute here. 3,000. Is this our Friday mid-morning meltdown? So let me continue my thought. We have our Profit King Challenge as part of our prop firm. Our prop firm, the website address is rightlinefunding.com. Rightlinefunding.com. And the contest that we held called the Profit King Challenge, today's payday. And we're going to take a look at the leaderboard in just a second. I'm getting hopeful with this movement. That was that signal A entry. Okay, so our Profit King Challenge is $49 to enter. We're going to be starting a brand new contest. And the way it works is you're trading really a $2,000 sim trailing drawdown account. $2,000 account. It's a sim account. And there's just a couple of rules. We have a 50% consistency rule, and you must trade at least 3 trading days. But if you're able to make $3,000 in profit, you qualify for one of 10 cash prizes. First prize is $1,000, second $500, third $300, fourth $100, and fifth through 10th is $50 each. So today marks the end or the last day of this most current competition. And Toby's getting there, slowly but surely. He's $276.96 away. You could do it, Toby. So Toby's very close to that $1,000 prize. He needs $3,000 to qualify. Brock and I don't count. And Katie is in second place. Katie, it's time to go for the gusto. We got to get you up $2,500 more, $2,600 more. And that's how the leaderboard stands. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw 3 more names. If your name gets drawn, then you get a $1 Profit King Challenge account. Costs $1. Gets you into the competition with the possibility of making $1,000 in prize money. Okay, let me select Rain. Rain. Love that name. Rain's a lifetime member of ours. Rain got selected today. Congratulations, Rain. Tim, the NQ Trader. Steve, B, Dojiman. You're in. And let me get two more names. Clinton and Marcia. Clinton and Marcia. So there we have it. Where I pull that up from is ChatGPT. I get the names out of our Discord chat, and I'm going to put in the link today. If you're not in our Discord chat for Right Line Funding, the way you get into this contest is you just register in our Discord. RLF is abbreviation for Right Line Funding. So Right Line Funding Discord channel. Go ahead and click that link. That'll put you into the server. And if you haven't already created an account on our website, I highly recommend doing it. It makes everything go smoother and easier. Go to rightlinefunding.com. Let me put that website address in. Listen, I don't want anyone to get discouraged. Again, I want to repeat that this time of the year is the hardest time of the year to trade. I listened to David Kushner yesterday, and half of the days he's not even trading because it's so choppy. There's the Right Line Funding website. Wait, that didn't. I have to put it on a notepad first. Sorry. Right Line Funding. That's the website right there. Oh, I'm sorry, Renee. When I was doing my weekly analysis, and this is really a core part of our methodology. Thank you for asking that question. A core part of our methodology, and every time that I meet with one of our members, I always pull up what we call the trade performance. All of our decisions are data driven. So to get to this trade performance on my control center, I'm going to go to new and select trade performance. When I select trade performance, this very powerful trade performance metrics comes up. And if I open it up, you'll see it looks like a little golf tee. Out of the box, this black little thing here, out of the box, we provide you with a separate SIM account for each and every one of our bots and drones. The reason we do that is you're able to get historical trade performance of each individual bot. Up at the top here, we could put in our date range. So if we're looking at this week, we would put in the July 21st to the July 25th and generate. And that's going to give you this week's results for each and every one of our bots. I can even go to, let's go back to, let's say the Mack truck, which was down 1,600. It had $2,000 in winning trades. So if I want to see, hey, when does it take those winning trades? I could do an analysis, a time analysis, where I change my period to a half hour out of the day. And I always want it to be on entry time. And then I see each half hour of the day how this bot made out. The more time you give it, I think 2 weeks minimum would be significant, maybe 30 days to really start seeing significant data. So to answer your question, Renee, it's the trade performance on NinjaTrader. All right, I guess that's how it's going to have to stay. This is how we ended up the Friday session, down $60 across the three PA accounts, and about 150 to 170 across the evaluation accounts. It was just a rough, tough session. There was nothing simple about today. Um, the dead giveaway is always the leaderboard. When you see our leaderboard looking like this, where the top bot is only at 400, and there's only a very few on the leaderboard, slim pickings. Probably best just to sit on your hands and not trade at all. You could see the difference on Monday and Tuesday of this week. By 10 o'clock, I could lift my leaderboard straight up, and it was all from top to bottom. If you go back and look at the tapes, from top to bottom, it was just completely green. So when we've got some nice volatility, some good price action, a trending market, big moves up, down, anything but sideways, these bots are going to thrive. So I want to wish everybody a blessed weekend. If you have time this afternoon, right around lunchtime, Lee Goldstein goes at 12. I'll be going at 12:45, and we're going to do a review of both the AI and the iBots. We have two separate systems here that we're going to cover both of them, and that'll be live today between 12:45. We'll start between 12:45 and 1 o'clock. If you would, please like my video here on YouTube. Get some new eyes on our products and services. David Wise is going to be coming up right behind me. And he's a professional options trader. He's on a real hot streak right now. Highly recommend checking him out. Have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. God bless. It's Friday. We made it. Let's come back next week. We're almost there. We're almost at Labor Day. We got one more month of August. We got one more week of July. And then we have August, and then boom, after Labor Day, I really think things are going to heat up. Thank you, Renee. Have a great weekend, everyone. So long.